And we are back. Gotten a bit of food, a bit of water, stretched. And now with Helldivers out of the way, let's have a nice, relaxing writing stream. Welcome in, Rylus. Cute dinosaur remotes. Alright. One thing I have a mild issue with on my desk. I love its new setup, but it is a little tight when it comes to the legroom. Lots of desks, drawers, and surface area, but tight on the legroom. Yoink. Okay. Now let's see. Where was I? Pirate attack. That's right. Right, now there shouldn't be any, but let me quickly go to be right back. Nope, nothing sensitive there. Bring this over. Zoom in, please. How did I... Ah, yes. Scrolling. Right. Yep, that looks fine. Back to this. How's the music volume, Rylus? Is it alright? That's good. All right. Again in 2 hours to discuss the ransom. If you attempt to find us, intercept us, or attack us in any way, shape, or form, 2 hours. And then from there, we want a bit of a break. I should copy this. Bring it back. There we go. Keep soul system. with Sergeant Teach. Let's move this over. Phone's in the way. That's given a bit of a sense. Sergeant. Actually, I can just copy that. He was up here. Search and teach. Yep. Bring it back down. And let's check where you left off. Bring that back. As I nearly reached. Stop. Yeah, that'll do. Bring that over to the side. Okay. Back down here. And nope, that's not the one. Where am I looking for? Ah, here it is. Up. Talk more softly during my writing stream, so let's bring this in closer. Wait, what do I even have that's a save up to? I'm pretty sure Rylus has enough to have me compliment myself. You're not saving up for getting over it, are you? Right? You're not saving up for that, right? Oh, okay, so you're going for the compliment. Gotcha. I thought you already had 5,000. Well, crud. Okay. So you are saving up for getting over it with Bennett Foddy. I see. You want to see me suffer. Fair enough. There's nothing more expensive than getting myself a compliment, but besides getting over it, what could you be saving up for? Are you planning to spam and give myself a compliment? Let's see. Head pats, huh? Yeah, that's... Really pushing AI, huh? Let's see. Yeah, that does work pretty nice. Let's... do I have this command? Yep, I do. You don't have a personal command yet? I might get around to that soon. Hmm. I'm not really sure how I want to write it out today. Do you like science fiction, Rylus? Is that your jam at all? Or do you like a different genre? Fair enough. I feel similarly. That makes sense. I know you're fond of dragons. All right, let's see. You know, it works kind of nice. I do want to make... I think I want to make Ruined a little younger looking on the right, probably. But I like having both of them up. It's growing on me. Have you read HFY's Humans Fuck Yeah, Rylus, at all? It's a subgenre of science fiction. It's called HFY, short for Humans Fuck Yeah. It's kind of like one where humanity isn't the underdog, or something to that effect, one way or another, even if we're the underdog in, like, faction. Sometimes called humans are space orcs, etc., depending on which approach people use, but... Let's see. Oh yeah, no, it's a thing. It's pretty fun. It's kind of like the whole inspiration for Tales of the Ambassador. There was a rather well-written one that was like a full-blown... Most of them are just short stories. Kind of like the quality and like size you'd see for like an SCP entry type thing. Interesting, compact, concise, but occasionally you see ones that take it into a full-blown world. And there was this one, I forget its name now, it's been so long, but it was really creative with it, and I enjoyed reading it for quite a while. I kind of lost access because I think I found it because someone was narrating it. Sorry. But they in that one, mine's a bit different to preface, but in that one, humanity was just way more physically strong than the galaxy at large. It was leaning very hard into humanity coming from a death world focus. So these pirates, slavers, raiders, whatever, come to Earth. And they're coming, like they've gone to a lot of planets. Like they'll attack planets under like official things. They're pretty feared pirates, whatever. And they come to Earth to take prizes. They know it's uncharted. So they come here and they landed to start their invasion during a hockey game. And they attack with their like kinetic plasma type grade weapons that are rated up against like the galactic standard, like stuff that would hurt or rupture or really destroy an alien. And it just like knocks us back. It just leaves us like bruised and angry instead of dead. And they get crushed. They get annihilated by the hockey players. And it kind of expands out from there. Like the main story follows that kind of like first contact, humanity starts moving outward and we're expanding. But there's also these kind of like sub-stories by the same author in the same universe where it's like stragglers, humans that were kidnapped successfully and either broke out or became mercenaries or etc. One of the more developed ones I liked was a guy who had been taken, eventually broke out, and he just kind of was stuck being like the intergalactic hitchhiker in a sense, because there was no official like they discovered the crime ring, so he wasn't going to get persecuted, and he was basically under protection to a degree because he was like an asylum seeker basically by their interpretation, because rescued from a trafficking operation. But they couldn't really they had no coordinates. They'd been purged to Earth, and he didn't know where Earth was and like terms of that other aspect of it. So they just kept kind of like shuffling him from station to station. And eventually there was this big attack, and humans are basically like walking tanks to the galactic standards. They need like anti-tank weaponry to bring to bear to put down a human quickly. We can get put down over time with like repeated typical fire, but like just marches through storms of fire and shock to take out invaders. It was a pretty well written story, and the fight scenes were quite fun to read. And I got hooked. At the time, I was on a big bender through a bunch of HFYs, and I wanted to write something. So I drafted up the idea around Tales of the Ambassador, and it floundered, and then it was left sitting for 2 years. And I'm back trying to work on it. The HFY passion run is long since gone. But I think the story for Tales of the Ambassador is still solid. And, well, I'm still working on it. I want to finish it up, get it out. I'm taking a bit of a different approach with this one, right, than theirs, because I've always wanted my science fiction stories to feel fantastical, to have that kind of like really wow element of science fiction where you see like technology, and have it have the charm of fantasy where it's the adventure, the story. But because a lot of sci-fi Basically, it's just fantasy with tech. Let's be real. Is replacing magic with technology. And I like that. I enjoy it. It's still basically that to a lot of degree. But I want it to feel believable. So while there are Death Worlders, it's more like traits and other aspects of it. For physicality difference, it's not so much you're from a Death World, though those exist, and it does imply a even higher form of physical prowess. There's just also a big difference between planet-born and space and void-born, because in space, a lot of the intergalactic stations, HAB stations, follow like a standard implement gravitational pull, which goes by, by necessity, the lowest common denominator, so that it doesn't, break species in it. Now, you can obviously have your personal quarters be at whatever gravity you want, but for a lot of species, just over time and through convenience and etc., that standard gravity, it lowers their muscle mass. They evolve to adapt. They get weaker over time to kind of whatever it's set at. So Voidborn in the intergalactic community are relatively physically weak. Planetborn, being stuck at whatever their gravity is, aren't. They're a bit more isolated. They're kind of like the rural section of the intergalactic community. And Voidborns oftentimes are prejudiced, similar to how we have urban prejudice of rural, and back and forth, both kind of seeing each other as one, like, oh, you're a planet-born, less educated, country hick, so to speak. And planet-borns go like, oh, you're unprepared for the wild, hyper-reliant on tech, void dependence type thing. And create some of the flaws despite the rather well-functioning intergalactic alien community. And it also creates a much more believable thing for humanity being from both. Like, we're pretty fresh off the planet, and we're still on just our species, so we have our stuff set to a harsh gravity even in space. Kind of my every little like trope aspect of it, I'm trying to make it feel like a little bit more believable, like at least somewhat more grounded in reality, its principles. Let's see. Stephanie, hello and welcome. It's been a while. It's good to see you. How's your story coming along? Oh, Stephanie. Actually, while you're here, I want to ask you, you've seen the old layout. Do you think this is an improvement? I'm doing some experiments. Do you think this is an improvement? Better? Worse? It's just different. What are your thoughts? I've swapped out the layout overlay. Nice. Nice. Oh, that must be a good feeling. Oh, Stephanie, I finally found something. For my plot mapping. I'm so excited. I've been using it for a little bit now, which is awesome. It's not like amazing, but it is reliable and I'm excited. Do you want to see? So Canva has this like whiteboard feature, and let me zoom out of it. You can make a plot map point on it. Zoom back in. And I used mine to make a little flow. So Tales of the Ambassador, the first contact arc, based off the faction, kind of like where the plot's going. They make faster than light. Both of these discover. That leads to pirates attacking while they prepare first contact. Combines with these going down. Well, this going down with the attack as it all works back and forth, so I can actually see and more easily visualize how each stuff ties back in. I'm really excited to finally have that, because like I've had this, right? I have had this, of course, like the attack, humanity's response, Federation's response, but it's always just been like loosely chronological order attempt for myself. And, you know, it's better than nothing. It's much better than nothing. But this allows me to much more easily kind of go back like, okay, what was I doing again? Like, am I forgetting something? Should I be like going back? What points am I trying to express here again? It's so nice to have like just a layout where I can be like, okay, which vested interest is doing what and why? And where is it breaking? I'm so excited to have it. Adjutant? Do sergeants have adjutants? I don't know. I'll fix the rankings in a bit. That's awkward. It's frustration. It's nice when nice me adjutants came into my ear. Stephanie, do you stream? Do you also stream? Let me see. Yes, they do.
Don't you want to be
Not for a while? Why not?
He's mine, okay?
Like,
I
fair.
whacked him,
I'm not judging.
he's my
I'm just
pal.
curious.
Don't you heal him. He belongs to me now. No. Oh, I want her. She has a flashlight. Back here, flashlight. I don't care. I'm going in.
Looks and sounds like you had a decent setup. Put a lot of effort into it. Sounds like a solid microphone anyway. That's understandable. Well, I hope you enjoy the streams. I still consider myself a somewhat novice streamer. My aim is to keep improving, though. Alright, 1 second. And at night I can't stream because I can't be too loud. Understandable. Posture check. Stretch. And hydrate. Well, let's... Hello, Vizzy. I don't have tits yet. Sadly. I still need to get around to setting that up. TITS Vizzy. Fine. Ah, that reminds me, Vizzy. I need to go back and clip something that happened in Helldivers at a rather clippable moment earlier today. Oh, where are my manners? One shout out to an old friend of the channel, Fizzy23. This is a very weird and wonderful Swede, and he was one of the inspirations for me to stream in the first place.
No, it's very active.
Can hear you, slime boy.
Alyssa can apparently. Okay.
Dying.
It's
Hey,
not lazy
PD.
to die, okay? It's just
It's not lazy to die. Words to live by.
PD.
That's a mood.
You titled it Sadly Unendowed? God damn it, Busy. Also, look what happens. You walk in here and, like, the viewer dropped by half. Look at that. Look at that. Your Swedish presence. It just ruined the stream immediately. Look at that. I don't know where I'm going with this. My brain's a little fried. Yeah. Like a vampire, I know. The vampire elf streamer who follows Slanesh. Just messing around with the different ways of... Damn it, Busy. Stop finding ways to make vampire face. What do I think about horror games? What I'm as content. I've steered clear of them mainly because I feel like it would be underwhelming for the audience. I don't really get scared by horror games. And I don't really see how well it would be content for, like, people watching a live stream for a guy just going like, oh look, a ghost. Bonk. And the ones that would actually unnerve me are like so dark and messed up. I'm not really sure they'd be fun content for a general audience. Particularly when the bulk of my audience are people who tune in for like writing or maybe Helldivers, but most tune in for writing. I'm down to do them for collabs with like other channels with their audiences. But I don't think it meshes too well with what I've built up so far. Your stomach screams. Fair enough. I'll be up for another like hour and 15 minutes. So hit me up after you finish with breakfast. I'll be done streaming the writing in like another 10 minutes. But yeah, hit me up after you're done with breakfast. Not sure I'll have time for diving. But yeah. Just hit me up. That'll do. All right. Let's see. There. That is a good stopping point. Okay, I'll close that down. And let's see who's live. Coffee Worlds. Let's hit them up. Before we do, oh, hang on. That's right. I broke it down like that. Okay, so we have our follow raid and we have our sub raid. If you wish to use the sub emotes, all you have to do is unlock them through channel points. It's about 8 channel points. That is as cheap as Twitch allows. And we'll be raiding Coffee Quills today. They are a fellow writer and have rather interesting streams. Thank you all so very much for coming, and I hope you all have an amazing day. Stay awesome.